Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're exploring the sovereignty of silence, finding faith in the waiting. Let's just jump right in, because this tackles something so universally human, but honestly, so rarely talked about out loud. The sheer exhaustion of keeping up appearances. You know exactly what I mean, right? You smiled in front of people all day, but inside, you were completely exhausted, maybe even crying when nobody was watching. If you've ever felt that bone-deep weariness, this explainer is definitely for you. And man, that quiet exhaustion eventually leads you to keep asking yourself one agonizing question. God, do you hear me? It's a really profound pain. After all the prayers, after all the waiting, after all the pain, you just start wondering if heaven has simply gone completely silent on you.
We really need to validate this right now. You cried when nobody was watching. The anxiety hidden behind your smile, the battles you're fighting all on your own, the fear that you've been totally abandoned, it's heavy. But listen carefully. Every night you stayed awake worrying about your future, every whispered prayer through heartbreak and disappointment. He saw it. He heard every single word.
Which brings us to Section 1. Silence is not absence. The unseen listener. So here's a massive paradigm shift we really have to internalize. Just because God is silent doesn't mean He is absent. This completely reframes everything. It means every tear you cried in secret, He saw it. Every anxious night, He was right there. Even if you didn't hear a booming voice echoing back from the clouds in the moment, your prayers were heard. Now, I know understanding that conceptually doesn't magically fix the reality on the ground. There are moments in life when it just feels like absolutely nothing is changing. You pray for healing, but the pain stays. You pray for answers, but the confusion remains. You pray for strength, but life keeps getting heavier. And slowly, understandably, doubt starts growing a whole lot louder than your faith. Moving right into Section 2, preparation instead of punishment, reframing the season. Okay, so if we aren't being ignored, what is actually happening? We literally have to flip the script here, moving from I am being punished to I am being prepared. What if this season isn't punishment? What if this season is preparation? Because believe it or not, some of God's absolute greatest work happens in complete silence. Think about it this way. A seed looks completely buried right before it grows. A storm looks incredibly destructive right before it clears the sky. Sometimes your life feels like it's just completely falling apart when actually God is putting everything together. You're getting the necessary environment for growth.
This leads us to Section 3, saved from the unseen. Grace in the delay.
You might not understand the delay, but God has not forgotten you. He knows the pressure you carry every single day. And during this wait, you are actively being protected. Think about the hidden protections, the doors that closed, the delays, the heartbreaks. There were situations that should have broken you completely, moments you thought you wouldn't survive. Yet somehow, you're still here. That wasn't luck, that was grace. God was saving you from things you couldn't even see.
It's a crazy irony, really. Sometimes we beg God for something, while God is actually trying to give us something far greater. Our most desperate begging is sometimes met with silence, specifically because a massive, unseen breakthrough is being orchestrated for you behind the scenes.
Because of this, there are some fundamental rules for this season. Growth requires patience. Faith requires trust. And miracles require timing. You just can't rush the process. So please, don't quit now. Not after everything you survived. Not after every battle you fought silently to get here. Your breakthrough could literally be closer than you think.
Which brings us to our final section, Section 4. Your prayer is heard, the temporary wait.
Listen, this pain, it's temporary. This confusion, temporary. This whole heavily silent season is temporary. Right now, yes, it hurts, but joy will return. Peace will return. Strength will return. And one day, you are going to look back at this exact chapter of your life, see the return of the light, and realize God was working the entire time. Even in the waiting, even in the pain.
And we can be absolutely sure of this because heaven is moving right now, even if you can't see it. Doors are being prepared. Healing is being prepared. Blessings are being prepared. You got to keep praying, keep believing, keep going, because God is simply not finished with your story yet.
The tears were heard. The heartbreak was heard. Those silent, panicked prayers at 2 a.m., they were absolutely heard, even in the silence. And the answer you've been desperately waiting for might just arrive at the exact moment you least expect it.
So tonight, give yourself permission to just rest. Breathe again.
hope again, believe again. The waiting isn't empty, it's purposeful, it's protective, and it's leading somewhere beautiful. Because your prayer, it has been heard. So looking at your own life right now, will you choose to see the preparation in your own silence today?